there are cables that join the Shetland Islands to Scotland, and they seem to have disintegrated or they've been cut. One cable having a problem with wear and tear is explainable. Two is really difficult to explain, particularly when we've seen the Nord Stream system bombed and the finger of blame has been pointed all over the place. But I ask the simple question, who benefits? And Russia has now drawn up an agreement with Turkey to run gas through Turkey. So Turkey will become a hub. There is an alternative to that Nord Stream system, which wasn't fully online anyway. And it's not as if, you know where I'm going here, it's not as if we haven't been attacked in our own country already. We can think of tea laced with radioactive drugs. We can think of a trip to Salisbury. We can think of communications and propaganda, of course. The big weapon of propaganda. The trolls who sniff around YouTube, who sniff around Instagram and so on. As I've said, as far as trolls are concerned, bring them on, because if they're busy sniffing around me, then they're not sniffing around anybody else. But it is very worrying indeed. And questions need to be asked. It doesn't surprise me at all that the defense minister is in the US and Liz Truss is resigning at this moment on her own. It doesn't surprise me at all that Ben Wallace is doing serious business while Liz Truss is messing around like Madame Defarge in A Tale of Two Cities. I think Liz Truss has been a distraction from day one, and an immoral distraction at that. In the same way that we knew that Boris was a liar, we also knew that Liz Truss was incompetent and inarticulate. So I don't understand why anybody expects somebody to behave differently when they're in high office. If we can read their character so clearly from a distance, why would we expect anything better? Boris is not going to tell the truth. Liz Truss is not going to be competent. We need grown-ups to be in politics. We need people who can look at a serious situation and give a serious response. We also need people who are going to be able to discuss issues that they don't agree with, come to conclusions, reach a compromise, reach a solution, even though they may not entirely agree with all the steps we're taking. That is called politics. That is called civilization. Pass the tea. What we're getting at the moment is a lot of noise and a lot of uncivilized behaviour, exemplified beautifully last night in the House of Commons. I could not be more disgusted than I am with the behaviour of those people caught up in bullying and pushing people in one lobby or the other. Completely reprehensible behaviour. That is not how our Parliament should be working, and all the people involved in it should be hauled over the coals. They should be suspended from the House. This is the job of the Speaker. They should be suspended. And as for the future of Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng, I think that is not in Parliament. They are not elder statesmen. They haven't earned that right, just as neither of them have earned the right for a parliamentary pension, or for a ministerial pension of the quality that should be offered to other prime ministers and chancellors of the Exchequer. They haven't been in office long enough. Grim.